Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the 4 Pillars of Health. Today we're going to talk about, do you struggle with any kind of health issues? Obviously you probably do, if you're like most of us, whether it be weight issues, whether it be lack of energy, not sleeping well, you're on medications, you want to get rid of those medications, you just want to feel better overall. Well, you come to the right place because we're going to start talking about metabolic health here on the 4 Pillars of Health with Kevin Davis. If you don't know me, my name is Kevin Davis. I'm a physician assistant of 25 years and online health coach. And today we're going to start talking about your metabolic health. And we're going to have a series of this over a period of time. And today's just going to be an introduction as far as like, what is metabolic health and why is it important to you? And we're going to give you some simple steps to get started. Now, if you're a longtime listener, we've taken kind of a hiatus and we're back full strength now with the new year coming. And we are wanting to invite you to join our newsletter. Our newsletter will be available and you'll get it weekly, give you tips and information, just kind of keep you up to go. It's not going to be a long read. It's just going to be something that you're going to be able to digest in less than 5 minutes. And then hopefully you'll implement some of the steps that we have so that you'll be able to get the health that you need, that you long desires. Now, if you're ready to take control of your health, this is the place to be. Now, metabolic health, you've probably heard that before. You probably think about metabolism, and it's all part of that. But basically, your metabolic health is how you use and you store energy. And if you're doing this incorrectly, you're probably not getting the results that you want to get. You may be doing exactly what somebody else is doing and not getting the results that they are getting. And it gets frustrating. I know, I've been there. A lot of people have been there with me as well. And what this is going to introduce is, it goes back to my 4 pillars of health. I wrote a book based on the 4 pillars of health, which is a diet, exercise, nutrition, sleep, and prayer. And, if you implement these correctly, then you're going to be able to get results, not just now, but you're going to get results you're going to be able to maintain for a lifetime. Because what we want to do, and this is what I do with my health online coaching, is I want to teach you why I'm telling you certain things. And if I can teach you that, then you can implement these steps, not just now, potentially if you're a client of mine, but in 10 years from now, so that you can maintain the healthy lifestyle that you want to get. Now, for metabolic health, if you want to lose weight and keep it off, if you want to have the energy that you want to have, like for us with grandkids, we want to be able to do things, and you want to reduce your chronic disease, then this is where you need to be. Because with metabolic health, if you are somebody who wants to correct your health, you're going to correct your metabolic health, and you're going to get results that last for a long time. And I mean by that, a long time, decades. So too often I see, and right now it's January 1st when I'm doing this. I don't know when you're listening to this, but on January 1st, all kinds of people have resolutions. They want to lose weight. They're going to go on this diet. They're going to start taking this pill. They're going to have this program. And again, I think those programs, those medications, those supplements and things like that, they are helpful. But the key is, not going on something quick fix, pretty much depending on your weight, of course. But a lot of times people can lose 10 pounds in a month. That's easy to do. But the problem with it is most people will regain that. And the reason they regain that is they're not correcting their underlying root cause of their metabolic dysfunction. Now, metabolic dysfunction is when your body is not using the things that you're giving it, whether it be your sleep, whether it be your exercise, whether it be what you're eating. Are you taking time in prayer? Are you implementing these things so that you can correct your metabolic dysfunction? Because if you can correct your metabolic dysfunction, then your body's going to sense, hey, I don't have to worry about these things. There's things, cortisol, insulin, there's all kinds of things we'll talk about over the upcoming months. But if you can correct these underlying issues, then you can get the results that you want to get. If you don't correct these underlying issues and you go on a fad diet and you go on a starvation diet, you go on an egg diet, you go on whatever kind of diet you want to put on there, if you do those things, you're not going to get sustainable results because nobody can go on an egg diet or a grapefruit diet the rest of their life. It's just not possible. And where I think it's important to understand with metabolic health is how is your body using the foods, the inputs like stress, sleep, things like that, using the inputs, how is it using those things for energy and how is it storing it for energy? And as we get older, and again, I think a lot of my audience is 40 and over, I think that we have to learn that our bodies are different than they were in their 20s. You could probably in your 20s, I know I could eat a whole pizza. I eat a whole pizza now. I'm having heartburn all night long. There's no way I could do that. My body has changed. I've got to learn to adapt to my body. And those are the things that you need to do. Now, if you want a quick few steps to get started, here are 5 steps that you can do so that you can get started now correcting your metabolic dysfunction. Number 1, have a balanced nutrition. And what I mean by balanced nutrition, a lot of people know me for a ketogenic diet. I do ketogenic. I also do carnivore. I don't do vegetarian. I don't agree with that. So put that to the side. Paleo diet. I do fasting. I do all those things. I have a lot of tools in my tool belt as far as my nutrition, depending on where I'm at and what I've been doing. So you have to have an optimal nutrition. And if you just eat whole foods, basically, you're going to be 80, 90% of the way there. That last 10 or 20% you may need some help with in identifying which diet is best for you at a certain time. And that's what we do with our online coaching. The second thing for metabolic dysfunction is you have to address activity. If you're someone who has a desk job, and I don't consider myself as a desk job, but I go from room to room seeing patients and I sit most of the time, most of the day, I have to have some activity. I have to have my steps. I have to have resistance training. And one thing with our program is we give you these. We give you an app and you're able to follow with the exercises. If you incorporate those exercises, you're going to see results. Third thing is for metabolic dysfunction, you have to correct sleep. Now, I find that this is the hardest one for most people to do. You can make a decision what to eat. You can make a decision what you're going to exercise. You can make a decision whether you're going to pray or not. But a lot of times, if I tell you to go to sleep and you can't go to sleep, you can't go to sleep, right? I understand that. But if we correct these other things, then your sleep will get better. Fourth thing, stress management. And I include that with prayer. I think that having prayer, meditation in your life is going to be able to help you get the results that you want to get. And there's some physiology behind this and the other things that I'm talking about as well too. Again, like cortisol, insulin, those type of things, how they affect your body. And the fifth thing is drink a lot of water. So many times I think most of us are dehydrated. We do not drink enough just plain water and have optimal mitochondria, which we're going to go into as far as metabolic dysfunction. Optimize your mitochondria and you're going to have results. So I encourage you, take some small steps, some small changes, incorporate these every day, build upon those, and you're going to get the results that you want to get. Again, with our newsletter, you can subscribe to it and we'll be able to send that to you on a weekly basis. And hopefully we'll give you some things that you can just print off, maybe a couple points out of those that you can start implementing on a regular basis. Anyway, thank you for joining us. We will be back next week, continue our talk with Metabolic Health. Again, if you want to reach out to me at any time, you're more than welcome to reach out anytime, and we'll be able to help you get the results that you want to get. Remember, be faithful and be fit. Okay, left.